Good morning, I'm Pastor Ron. Welcome to New Hope Each Day. Today we're going to take a look at John, the Gospel of John, and we're going to look in John 11. Now, this is talking about Lazarus and his death. We're going to start in John 11:17. When Jesus arrived, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, less than 2 miles away. Many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to comfort them about their brother. As soon as Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went to meet him. But Mary remained seated in the house. Then Martha said to Jesus, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. Yet even now I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. Your brother will rise again," Jesus told her. There's an important point to remember in this section as we read this part of the gospel. Many times in my sermons or these different teachings that I do, I've said when we read scripture, we really need to not just read it and to take it in, but it also helps to investigate and learn about some of the different things. Like I mentioned, the Hebrew or the Greek words, for example, their actual meaning from the translation. What's important here when we read this section, John 17, when Jesus arrived, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Why would 4 days be mentioned? Well, there's a specific reason for that. And the reason is Jewish Midrashic tradition. The Jews believed that when somebody died, they were buried in the tomb. And what they would do is cut a small window in the tomb. And the reason that they did this is because they believed that after 3 days, on the third day, the soul would depart the body. They believed that the soul was in a state of confusion during those 3 days, not knowing what was going on, and it hovered near the body. And at 3 days, the soul departed out this window that was cut. So when you see Lazarus was in the tomb 4 days, that's showing that he had been in there 4 days, and yet, as we know, Christ still raises him from the dead. And many people obviously would have even believed this more so, but there was still enough that rejected Christ as the Messiah, the promised Messiah. And we wonder why, with all these signs, all these miracles, raising his friend Lazarus from the dead, would they still reject him? Because that's what God wanted. If they hadn't rejected him, he wouldn't have gone to the cross to redeem you and me. So today, trust God's plan. That was God's plan. Trust God's plan. Remember He's sovereign. And remember to love others as He loves us. Have a blessed day.